Furthermore, a defendant who conspires to commit a substantive offense under Section 1962A, B, or C can be convicted of a RICO conspiracy even though the defendant does not personally commit or agree to commit the racketeering activity or collection of unlawful debt. Now, just so that we understand, the use of muscle, yeah, they happen to be private citizens, yes, where my Uncle Wayne's going to pay some big guy, yes, 6'4", 6'5", yeah, to go in and bust you up, yes, if you don't pay. See, the problem with this is even though the muscle, yes, would say, well, I'm not participating, I have to do what Wayne says because Wayne paid, yes, I owe him a debt for the money I receive. They actually are involved in racketeering too, which now for all the muscle out there that said, well, you're going to kick my ass, I'm going to have you put in prison. Because anytime we pay muscle to collect the debt, yes, to protect ourselves from the debt that we owe, yes, it happens to be against the law. And it's very similar to the stereotype of organized crime. Now, I know you're the sheriff, right? You decide to go underneath with one of your bigger deputy sheriffs. Yes. You throw your weight around and you tell them how it is. But anytime that you act like that you're enforcing the laws, yes, in any location other than the United States of America, where you didn't have any building permit for where you were actually at, yes, in fact, it was an illegal location to even be using muscle. You get sued for being any place that doesn't have a physical address. Then you get sued for using your sheriffs as muscle so that you can tell your dogs to stop doing what they're doing. See, sheriffs can get convicted of the conspiracy of racketeering, yes, even though they were just the muscle. Yes, they themselves didn't participate, but they did because a short little sheriff right now doesn't have any muscle to throw around. Isn't that right, Sheriff? You've been trained on how to kick the ass of anybody. I realize law enforcement has training, but I'm bigger than you are. Pooch. And for every time that you took with you any individual that you wanted the other side to see, yes, so that they would get the meaning of the visit, yes, that's the use of muscle. And every time that muscle was in uniform, yes, that's the abuse of power, yes. Now, the thought is they can be convicted of racketeering too, yes. Now, I know the big police officers and the little police officers, and as long as they stayed above ground, yes, at any location that is permitted by law, they have nothing to worry about. But as soon as they went underneath, then it was no longer a lawful location and happened to violate the laws of the United States. Now, I do, well, any location, yes, that does not have a lawful reason for existing, yes, because there's no actual ownership of it, yes, there were no building permits, yes, there were no inspections, right. Your use of any person, short or tall, happens to mean that they were in an illegal location, yes, where they were enforcing some very unlawful conduct. Now, 18 U.S. Code 1961, racketeering activity defines any crime enumerated in subdivisions A through G of this subsection. Notably, the listed crimes are often referred to as predicate crime, predicate,